Okay, today's I'd like to talk about not my business, not my 퓨리메디, not our 퓨리메디. I just want to talk about my story. I'm glad to meet you guys. I'm Dongyo Lee, that aims to be a scientist, an engineer, and CEO, the leading a personal health management system. I'm older person. I've no idea how my experience it would be helpful for you guys. Mainly, I'm highly interested in the bioinformatics. It is to say, interpretation of the biosignals. What kind of signals are in our body? DNA, RNA, proteins, metabolite, all circulating data through the bloodstream would be good study materials to understand our body. Our company, 퓨리메디, use this mechanism as a cancer diagnostics. The past several decades, many was targeting biomarker. The accuracy is just 70%, quite frustrated. It looks, I'm sorry. Okay, it looks impossible to find a specific disease status using a single biomarker. The world needed to overcome the concept of biomarker, and here is the solution. 퓨리메디 raised the accuracy from the 70% to 92%, equivalent to the endoscopy. Back to 2018, our team went to Stanford Medical Schools, met the Professor Yao, chief of the bioinformatics department. We did very interesting project that is mapping of entire disease. So we call that diseasome. Then I recognized that it is tough to target a specific target among the tremendous inflammation. Inflammation is, meaning of the inflammation is 염증이고요. Just think about disease, a tremendous disease like it. So, but it is a region where to approaching the whether is there cancer inflammation or not in our body and where it is occurred. The kind of logic tree is a very similar, but totally different. So the former is the targeting biomarker to diagnose the cancer. The latter one is we analyze our body system. We have whether we have cancer or not, and where is the cancer exists in our body. Fortunately, I lived with the era of the artificial intelligence. The world have been changed. Addressing advanced computational analysis, connecting the massive data, and translating into the information what I wanted to know. We decided to use a biomarker library in our diagnostic algorithm. So our company, 퓨리메디, is very young, just 1 year old, but showing aggressive growth. You see, we have fundraised $3 million in Korea, 32억, 3억 정도 받았고요. Co-working with over 10 hospitals, over 30 diseases on database. We are starting at the tiny change cancer diagnosis. However, we have a dream. Actually, no. Actually, we are building the pan disease database and finally cover all of diseases we have. We construct the diagnostic platform. What we dream is to enable the health examinations with 1 cc blood sample. Actually, not for me, not for us. The Grail is also a company, one of the leading diagnostic platform, was sold $10 billion US dollars. In Korea, 한 12억 정도 by Illumina company. Our dream is not possible, not impossible. Already we have colleagues and many stakeholders are sharing our common visions. So that is our vision. That is our mission goal. So how about how do you think about this one? Quite interesting and huge, right? But the motivations I can take this huge vision are 2 things. One is a beautiful, I'm sorry. One is the beautiful experience across the world. I went to United Nations World Health Organization before 2016 and Stanford 2017 and working in Silicon Valley, Shenzhen, China. I met a lot of individuals with strong and diverse background in public health field. I can see how they work together into government and industry level. Sometimes it looks so competitive, but there is not much time to realize it is effort to make the better world. This is not competition, it is collaboration. So looks so nice, right? So in other words, unfortunately, it means someone or somebody already did what you're gonna do. Then we have to think about the reason why it remains as a problem. So one experience that I want to forget is when I went to UNWHO. I wanted to improve the water sanitary system at the first, because the 70% of disease came from the water, not a infectious disease. So I believe I can change the world if I solve the issues. But it is wrong. In Vietnam, in Malaysia, in order to solve the arsenic poisoning issue of water, I brought to the water purification system and funding from the Korea supported by MIT. Yeah, okay, good story still now, but nobody doesn't care. The locals, the users in that country doesn't care. They just concerned about the better job opportunity, education for their children, Samsung TV. They doesn't feel any risk from the water. They just thought that the water is clean. I realized that this is my need, not for them. 70% of disease came from the water. It's just a statistics. The more important issue in public health is the chronic disease we have felt, cancer, dementia, Alzheimer, rheumatism, and so on. That's why I chose the cancer disease as the first starting point. I wish you guys also be a scientist driving with the human mind. Think of impact to the world. And other lessons, the other lessons is coming from the UNIST. What's the vision of UNIST, The first thing change? Actually, no, definitely not. The UNIST vision is the world-leading university to the technology, human mankind. All professors, in particular BME, are working with colleague professor. One good case is the cancer disease. You may know that there are professionals collecting and organizing human genome data, and someone analyzed the genome data, make into network models to find out of the insight. And A-floor professors, Professor Zhu, Professor Pa, and those kind of the professors make into drug development and test it. So what a nice. So the starting at the making a database, again, organizing database and the making insight, and finally they make the therapeutics diagnosis system. That is the solution. That's collaboration. I want to tell you guys. So what a nice, what an impactful. UNIST is a small society. UNIST let me know how much the collaboration is important. No matter how you are the best, there is no global challenge that you can solve alone. I strongly believe when we come together, there's no obstacles in our life. We are strong. That is the lessons that I learned in UNIST. The professors are the future colleague and best mentor of you guys. They always are ready to listen to your worries and wanted to see undiscovered talent of you guys. Don't be afraid of where you go through. Don't be afraid of meeting professor in person. You need to share what's in your mind with your professor, with your supervisor or colleague. I swear it is best way to dig your value. Anshu, Professor Kwan, is it right?
Yes.
Yes. So for me, Professor Jin Myung Chu, he is located in the 8th floor, 110 building. The Jin Myung Chu fully supporting me in the scientific way to make our the cancer diagnostic platform. He believes what I believe, and that's why our company is very young. And I'm students, undergraduate students, but showing aggressive growth. How about you guys? You are the product next generation of the unis. I hope to see you next on the global stage. Yeah, thank you for listening. And please freely ask me about what you wanted to say. Okay, thank you.